news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. It is 48 degrees at 1:20 on this Monday, April 27th. I'm Mitch Levy, and here's what's happening. President Trump was not happy about a question alluding to the Jeffrey Epstein case by CBS correspondent Norah O'Donnell on 60 Minutes last night.
You shouldn't be reading that on 60 Minutes. You're a disgrace.
The shooting, suspect Cole Allen will be arraigned in court on 2 charges today, but more could be added later on. Some residents of Bensonhurst, they were turned out yesterday to protest a planned homeless shelter in their community. Turns out that the disease and cold temperatures were to blame for the deaths of 30 sloths in a warehouse in Florida. Vaccinations are getting more expensive, and yes, New York City is high on that list. In sports, the Yankees lose to Houston. The Mets lose 2 to Colorado. AccuWeather says mainly clear overnight, low 44 in the city, upper 30s in some suburbs. Wins News Time 121. Let's get you where you need to go. And here's Maayan Levinson.
Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Heading to Queens at the Whitestone Bridge, just about center span. You're dealing with a crash. It's knocking out the 2 right lanes. You can take the Throgs Neck Bridge instead, no problems if you're heading into the Bronx at the Whitestone. At the RFK Bridge heading into the Bronx, 2 lanes are closed for scheduled overnight construction. Hudson River crossings, Lincoln Tunnel, Center Tube closed in both directions. This road work in both directions. The Holland Tunnel looking good now at the George Washington Bridge. In New Jersey, road work on the Turnpike's western spur southbound, starting in Ridgefield down to 15W, Route 280 in Kearney. All lanes are closed, so you'll need to take the eastern spur. In Brooklyn, doing some road work on the Belt westbound. 2 lanes are closed from Cropsey Avenue out to Bay Parkway. Traveling in Queens looking good. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. Road work northern state completely closed on that eastbound side from the LIE out to around Swamp Road. The southern state and the LIE are looking good. Maayan Levinson, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
President Trump was on 60 Minutes last night, one night after the shooting incident inside the hotel housing the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Now, during that interview, Norah O'Donnell read part of a manifesto written by the suspected shooter, Cole Allen. That part, which reads, "I'm not longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with these crimes," prompting a strong response from the press.
I said to myself, I'll do this interview, and I read the manifesto. He's a sick person. But you should be ashamed of yourself reading that, because I'm not any of those things.
Mr. President,
and I
these
was
are
never,
the gunman's words.
Excuse me. You shouldn't be reading that on 60 Minutes. You're a disgrace. But go ahead, let's finish the interview.
And we're learning more about the actions of the suspected gunman at the hotel that hosted the White House Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday night.
According to hotel surveillance footage reviewed by senior law enforcement officials, he used an interior stairwell to run down 10 flights, bypassing heavily monitored public areas of the hotel. According to senior law enforcement sources, the suspect then emerged onto the terrace level, the same level as the foyer leading to the event's red carpet, just yards away from a primary access point to the ballroom where the high-profile dinner was underway.
And that's correspondent Nicole Skanga. The 31-year-old Cole Allen of Torrance, California, is expected to be arraigned today in Washington. He is the suspect in the Saturday night shooting incident inside the hotel. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche tells us just how that investigation is going.
The FBI and other law enforcement worked through the night. They executed search warrants on both coasts, both in D.C. at the hotel room where he was staying, which was inside the conference center where we had the dinner, and also in Los Angeles at the suspected home. We know that he had 2 firearms on him, as has been reported, along with some knives.
And Blanche made his comments on CBS's Face the Nation yesterday. The suspect in last night's shooting incident at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, scheduled to be arraigned in federal court today, and yesterday we learned a bit more about him from his writings.
Sources describing a message Cole Allen allegedly sent to his family before the attack. The message describes grievances against Trump administration officials, expressing a willingness to kill from the highest ranking to the lowest, including any Secret Service members that got in his way. The alleged message ends with a critique of hotel security and how his plan to check into the hotel allowed him to have weapons in the building.